So hi everyone, it's day 5 of our Cpq training. Once again, my name is Olu Samuel. I'm here with Black Force. So quickly, I'm just gonna go in and start. I think we have quite a lot to cover, so I don't want to waste too much time. So I will launch that org right there, the one that we're using. So I'm just gonna launch that real quick. I want to show you two things before I proceed. So yeah, actually it's good that it came up on this page. I wanted to show you guys something here. So if I go to, so I'll quickly show you. So if I go to documents, okay. So if I go to, you can get out of there for now. So if I go to documents, right? So the other day I was looking for they're there now, right? 8 gig and 4 gig, right? So what I just did was I went inside the folder that I saved the document itself, because I just realized that, oh, okay, this is just showing me the recent, right? So I went inside this folder, so because I already did it, right? But I wanted to show you how I did it. So now I'm able to see all of my images inside this personal folder. Okay, so that's what I did. You guys already know how to do that. So I just open this in a new tab. I don't have my chat open yet. Okay, all right, just in case. We'll keep it on that. Okay, yeah. So I just opened this in a new tab, and obviously I showed you guys this, so you copy this. I've done everything already, so you just go to, I'll show you where to put it. So, but anyway, I wanted to show you that real quick. Okay, so that's how you do that. If you're not able to, let's say you're stuck on this page, right, and you're looking for your images, right? So just go inside the folder itself, and you can find everything in there. So I'll switch back to Lightning. There's something else that I want to show you guys as well before I start on today's class. So if I go to quotes, I think it's this one, edit lines. Not one of those slow day today. I haven't been into this org today at all. So sometimes, I don't know, maybe it helps to just stay inside the org. Anyway, let me go here while that one is loading. So what I copied, I think I don't know what it is, but anyway. So I think it was maybe 4 gig or whatever. So now you go into that product. This is, yeah, so you go into that product and you copy, you paste that code inside the product picture ID, okay? And it's going to show up like that, right? So I wanted to show you guys something. Yeah, so you guys can see that the images are bigger, right? So what I did was I went into, where was that? This object, yeah. So what I think it was product image or something, right? I think, yeah. So basically what I did was, I can also do it right here so you guys can see as well, okay? So all I did was I edited this formula and I changed. So if you guys remember, it was 50 and 50, right? So I changed it to 150. So I'm going to change it back to something like 80 or something. I think 50 was too small, but I think this is quite big either. I don't need it to be like that. So I would just save it again. So that's basically the two things that I did while I was away, like while not in front of the class, right? So if I just refresh this right now, so that should probably kick in, and then we can start the class for today. So I hope you guys were able to do your assignment. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about the assignment as well. So yeah, so you guys can see that, right? So you can change the size if you want to do that, or if you want to just make it, the way I made it big as well, you can do that. But I think this might be okay because the other one was a little bit too big, and 50 was kind of too small either. But anyway, so yeah, quickly, I wanted to talk about assignments as well. The thing with assignment is, I just want you guys to say it this way. It's just like, so Black Force, we have this culture of giving incentives. Like, even to be honest with you guys, Babat never asked me to give incentives, but I guess we just kind of share like similar vision and similar mindset in a way, right? And I know what I went through during my Salesforce quarter. So trust me, guys, I know you guys have been through a lot in the last 4 5 months, right? I know. And in order for me to be able to encourage you guys, I cannot just give out incentives just for incentives' sake, right? I have to use, once again, one stone to kill two birds. And what do I mean by that? Give your assignments, but at the same time, encourage you guys to do the assignments, right? But I want you to look at it this way. I'm not really doing it for myself. I'm doing it for you guys because even right now, if you guys joined the call the other day, Babaska was just like, take it easy, right? He understands what I do, but many people don't, right? So, and I really appreciate him for that. So I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for you guys. And it's just for your own benefit. It's not really for my own benefit. It's for your benefit, right? I wanted to say something. So a little while ago, well, I don't know, it's probably many, many years ago now. So I visited Nigeria. Like I have an uncle there, and he used to work in oil and gas back then, right? So he just bought like a brand new expensive car at that time, right? And then like the way the roads are and everything, and a bike man batched into his brand new vehicle, right? And it's crashed him. And this guy was kind of rolling on the floor, like, please, 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 blah, and things like that. But then he 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 made a sentence, and that kind of caught me, right? He just said to him that it's okay, it can go, that life is not made for one person, right? Like life is not made for one person. So that is the way I am as well. Like I feel like to be honest, I put in a lot into what I do, CPQ, Salesforce training, everything. But I also want you guys to be at that level whereby you're gonna feel that the effort you put in, kind of you got a reward out of it, right? So otherwise, I could just sit there and say, you know what, I don't want to share my knowledge. I don't care if they succeed, but that is not the attitude. So the attitude from me is like, I really want you to succeed. I mean, I have this conversation about it all the time, right? And I know that he also wants the best for everyone, wants the best for everyone. So that is why I'm pushing you as well from my own standpoint. So if I'm pushing you, it's because of the love from me. It's not because like, oh man, it's too much work and everything, but I just want you to get that job, okay? So don't worry if you're not able to do the assignment, that's okay. It's not mandatory, but again, you doing it encourages me to kind of give you more, or kind of let me know that okay, you like to do it, right? But it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. It's just for your own development and hands-on knowledge and experience. I wanted to say that at the beginning, but because I talked about Sammy, then I remembered. Okay. So today we're going to start with Pricebook. So on Thursday, we completed the configuration part of CPQ. So CPQ is configure price quote, right? So we have completed the C part of CPQ, okay? Like the configuration part of CPQ. So now we want to look into Pricebook, okay? I just added some notes here. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'll just Pricebook. Okay. I'm not gonna, I'll probably be switching back and forth on this page, okay? But price book entry is a price for a particular product. You guys have seen that, right? You've seen me enter the price all the time. Like whenever I create a product, I always go in and enter the price, right? So that is price book. It's just basically the price entry, excuse me, for a particular product. That's what price book is, okay? And we can create multiple price book entries. So for example, again, you guys saw me, like I created, I think it was CAD and USD or something, right? So we can have multiple price book entries. So we can have CAD, GBP, USD, and any currency that is required for the project, right? So price book is very important because if we don't define a price book for a product, the product will not be visible in the cart. We already know that as well, that if we don't actually go to, so this is a product right here. So if I go here, so if we don't define a price book, then obviously we all know that it's not going to be visible in the cart, right? And also to keep track of adjustment to prices and discounts, Salesforce CPQ uses multiple pricing fields on the quote line. So each field is representing the specific changes, okay? We'll go into that in a minute. There's something that I want to show you guys here. I do have quite a lot. Okay, yeah, here it is. Yeah. So this is the price waterfall. Actually, let me add price waterfall. So this is the price waterfall. I'll just Yeah, so this is the price waterfall in CPQ, okay? If you can understand this waterfall, then you will understand enterprising concept. However, this is a bit tricky, but I will try to explain it to you and obviously I would like for you guys to try to understand as well, okay? So we have the original price. So the original price is just the price book price. Then we have the list price. I also put some notes here because I might skip some. Yeah, thank you. I got your message. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, I might give you like small project. Yeah, maybe today actually. Someone is asking about projects. Yeah, I'll try and give you. So some of the things that we're also doing is kind of like mini projects because we're doing requirements and things like that, right? So we're just going through. So I'm picking some requirements that I have seen or something that I've worked on, and I'm trying to match them with what I'm teaching, right? So that's why sometimes when you see me doing all these requirements, right? So these are projects, right? I tweak them around, like I kind of tweak them around, right? So these are project requirements as well. So yeah, so we indirectly we're working on projects, right? But there's not going to be enough time to mark the project or to do any demo or anything. So that's why I'm not kind of doing like a serious project. Okay. But anyway, I'll see if I can give you something today. Okay. So price for waterfall. So we have the original price. So that's the price book. We have the list price. So in the list price, we have the custom list price. And as you know, you have different prices here, like the block price, POT. So POT means a percentage of total, and we have the option price. So we have that under the list price. The block price is a group of items. So an example of a block price. So I'm gonna go through pretty much all of this, right? But some of them are kind of what you will see most of the time in real time, but I will do my best to go through each and every of these price lists that we have here. That's a typo here. So this should be contracted price. That should be contracted price. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so like I was saying, with the block price is kind of whenever you have group of items, right? So that is like a block price. And I was going to give an example. So an example is, let's say we have a retailer, and if a retailer can purchase 100 watches at $50, right? But if the retailer purchases, let's say they're getting 100 watches for $50, right? But now if they want to buy anything between 100, I'm going to show you an example anyway, because sometimes if you haven't done something before, just trying to explain might not really help you guys unless you guys have actually seen this in real time. But anyway, but if the retailer purchases, like as an example, anything between 100 and 200 watches, then the price will be $45, right? So this is block pricing. So if you want to give extra discount based on the quantity the customer is purchasing, then you can go for block pricing. And I think I have an example. Okay, yeah, I do have an example that I want to show you here. So this is list price. This is block price, right? So the price is $10. Okay, the price of the product is $10. In normal list price, when someone is buying 10 quantities, obviously they're gonna end up paying $100, right? So that is 10 multiplied by 10 quantities. That is $100. However, in block pricing, we can set it in such a way that whenever they're buying 100 quantities, they should only pay that amount, right? Well, obviously that amount is low, but I would make it to be something like, oh, they should pay like $95 or something, right? Just as an example. So that is the difference between the block price and the list price. Again, I'm going to show you inside the org, so don't worry too much about that, okay? So we have the percentage of total as well. So another example of that is, let's say we have a cost, not cost, sorry. Let's say we have a product packaging, right? And the customer has an option to choose the type of package, and each package has its own benefit. This is where the percentage of total comes in. So basically, the percentage of total is kind of calculated on the total price. Again, I will show you all of this in the org, okay? Then we have the cost is not here, but I will actually cost plus markup. Yeah, we have the cost as well. It's not showing here, but I will show you that in the org, okay? So the cost is whenever we apply discount schedule to the product's cost instead of the list price. So I'll show you that field in the org. It's not in here. So if your product has a cost, and this is from Salesforce anyway, it's not that I missed that, but for some reason they don't have it here, but I just wanted to explain that as well. So if your product has cost and list pricing, then you can apply cost. There's something called cost schedules and discount schedules at the same time. Okay, if we can do an example of that, we'll do that as well. So special price. So from the list price, so whatever discounts we add is called the special price. Okay, whatever discount we add from the list price is called the special price. And then we have the regular price, which is any discount given after volume discount. So any discount that we have given after volume discount, that is regular price. So whatever price you get after special price is the regular price. Okay, so the regular price is the volume discount. So whatever price you get after that, we're gonna see this. So in case it feels odd at the moment, so don't worry, we'll see that. Again, I feel that in the org as well, it feels a bit odd, but you're still going to have an understanding of what is going on. Then I just wanted to show you the hierarchy, right? But when you go into the org, you're going to have a better understanding as well. And then we have the, what's the next one? The customer price. So let's say if customer is not happy with the discount given to them, right? It can be manually changed. And this is called the customer price. Then we have the partner price, and that is basically a discount given to a partner, right? So so sometimes we will need automation process to set this, right? So let's say our automation process will be something like if partner, let me use partner instead of client, right? So if like business partner, right? So let's say like Salesforce have partnerships with all these businesses, right? So let's say if partner equals to RBC, then give certain discount, right? So that's what the partner price is. We got to see some as well. We can do it manually. I'll show you that as well. And we have the distributor price. The distributor price is same or kind of similar concept goes for that of the partner price as well. So we don't see this every day, but the option is available, right? Because most of the projects that I've seen, you don't see the distributor price, but it is available in Cpq. And then the net price is the price after all discounts. So basically what I've done here is if the list price, if we're giving 10% on the list price, and then we're giving 10% on the special price. You can see the price keeps reducing until we arrive at this price, right? So we'll show you that. So if I quickly go to the org, and I will just see if I can quickly show you something. So let me go to our bundle products. Where is the bundle? Bundle. So desktop bundle, we need that. And yeah, you guys can see our image right. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. One more thing that you guys didn't actually remember to ask me. So anyway, so what I did was this is the bundle, right? So I added all the codes. Can you guys see that now? So I added, so I didn't change anything. So what I just did was I added all the codes for all the products, right? So the reason it wasn't showing because some were missing, right? So I kind of added all the codes and it's showing. So I added a few more. I wanted to see the this is the hard disk. This is let me see if I can show you that actually. If I just quickly go here, where is it? Yeah, so this is what I did. So remember, I stopped at 30 before, but I wanted to add. So what I did was I added other codes as well. So in case I select any random products, I want all the details to show up, right? So you guys can see the code. So that code would only show on the bundle, right? So you only see this code, sorry, the code, you would only see that on the package product code on the bundle, right? So under the bundle here, right? Under here, okay? So you guys can see that. So I didn't really do anything. I just added all the codes for all the other products and that's fine. So you can see that. So where was I? I wanted to show you guys something else as well. So if I go to, oh yeah, I wanted to show you pricing method. Pricing method, it should be on this page right here. Okay, good. So yeah. So here, you guys can see the cost here, right? But yeah, you guys can see what I was trying to show you guys. Anyway, so in here in the pricing method, you guys can find the list, the cost, the block, the percentage of total, okay? So if the list option is selected, then the price book list price will be available for this product. However, if any other option is selected, then it will lower the price, okay? Just make note of that. There's something else that I wanted to show you guys that I wanted to, okay, it's okay. I would add it to the notes. I have like a additional information that I wanted to add to the notes, but I didn't get to add that, okay? So in here, you can see all of that, okay? So don't worry, you might be lost at the moment, but once we start looking at some requirements, you'll start to understand it better, okay? So I already explained so I think I already explained this to you guys. Okay, good. So you already know the list price. So what we're gonna do is let's start with the block price, okay? Because oops, sorry, that's a phone ringing, but I cannot pick it up. So obviously you already know about the list price here because that's what we use all the time. So, but let's start with the block price. I'm going to show you the block price. So the block price, like I said, is a common requirement and I already, oh, wait a second. Okay, let me see if I have another one here. There's something that I wanted to show you guys as well. Quantity. So we can say, okay, yeah, I already explained this to you guys. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What I wanted to explain is similar to this anyway, but that's good. So you guys already know the difference between the list price and the block price. So now what we're gonna do is if I go into the org, I would cancel out of this. I would go to our products. Let's say, let me cancel this, refresh products. All right, so let's say, yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to open this in a new tab, okay? I want to show you guys the block price. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I will edit the pricing method. I'm going to change it from list to block. So what's going to happen is always in case, so you guys should kind of pay attention to what I'm doing, because sometimes I might run into an error, and that's probably because I forgot to come back and change this to a list price. Okay, so you can just remind me and say, oh, remember you changed something earlier, right? We're going to be changing a lot of stuff. Okay, so just pay attention in case I forget to come back and change it back to whatever it should be before. Okay, so if we do this, and I already changed it to block, right? And then we're going to save that. So what you do, you will go to the related tab. Okay, still on that same product. So you go to the related tab and then you click on edit all. Okay, so once you click on edit all, I wanted to cause an error here, but I also want to I don't want to waste much time, but I want to cause an error and ask you guys, why do we get that error? But it's okay. Maybe maybe you guys can have that as project or something. So if I say one second. Yeah, actually, it's okay. I'll just do this. So 100 to 301 as an example, okay? And then we're gonna use 100. No, wait, so how much is this product? I like to make it real. So if I go to the price of this product, if I say, so, so, oh, okay, 250. So if someone is buying 300 pieces, I just wanted to make it real. I don't want to put random numbers there, so it also makes a bit of sense as well. So if someone is buying 300 pieces or something like that, 301 pieces, like what we did, multiplied by 250. So they would be paying 75,250, right? As an example. But now what we're telling the system is whenever someone is buying between and between one and 301, then the price should be probably 250. Okay. 250. Okay. If they so like price of each should be 250. However, if they're buying anywhere between, so I'm gonna call this second tier. You can give this any name, okay? Probably you get a part of the requirement, so don't worry. I'm just giving it like tier one or something. So then we say that if the price, if the quantity is between 301 and 501, then what was that again? So 75,000, right? So we can just say, okay, instead of someone paying 75,000, so we want them to buy more products, right? So if they're buying anywhere between 300 and 500, they get to pay a fixed price of, let's just say 75,000, right? Because because if they're buying 500 products, they're probably spending over 100,000, right? So you want to encourage them to buy at least between 300 and 500. And I've seen there's example on, I think, Alibaba or AliExpress, one of those guys, right? I've seen something like this there. And then here we say 501 to 1001 or something. Then we can give this as, probably I'm not giving the right figures, but it's okay. You guys would see in a minute. So if I say something like, so 250 multiplied by 501, so that's 125K, right? So let's say I'm just going to put 125K or something. Now let me do a quick save. Hopefully there's no error. Sometimes you get an error. So, okay, so that's fine. So now, yeah, another thing is the maximum rows of blocks prices you can set is 50, okay? So now I'm gonna go to the quote line editor and make some changes, okay? Also, the lower bound, the lower band should match the upper band on the previous. So for example, what do I mean by that? So whatever number you put in here should be what you have here. Okay, so whatever you put here should be what you have here. Otherwise, you're gonna get an error. So now if I go to the code, if I delete all that we have here, and that was the, which one did we use? The 1 terabyte, right? So that was the 1 terabyte. So we're saying that, let me see if that makes sense. So as no, okay, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so that's gonna be, so they're saying, what, did I not save it? Oh, wait. I thought I saved it. Yeah, it's there, right? So 1 to 301. So 301. So the error we're getting is saying that that product, I know what it's saying. So it's basically not recognizing that, so that we have this block price in place. So sometimes that's because these numbers are not right, but this is good. This, okay. Let me try one more time and see what the problem is. So if I go to, so this is the product, yeah, that's the product. So if I go there, select, okay, good. So you guys can see that, right? That I just needed to refresh. So one quantity based on what we said here is 250, right? Yeah, right. So any quantity between 1 and 301 is 250, right? But now, if someone is buying like 310, right, or something like that. So if I go here and change this quantity to 310, we should see that number, that price that we entered here. So I'm gonna say calculate. Can you guys see that? So now, instead of someone paying, actually, let's do it this way. So someone is buying 450 quantities, right? Calculate. So instead of them paying, what is that? So that's 250 multiplied by 450. So that is 112K, right? So the business is trying to encourage them to buy more product at a less price. So this is block price. So you guys are seeing block price. So if I go to 500 or something, so if I just say 510 or 502, even 502, and do a calculate, so you guys can see that, right? So they're gonna pay a fixed price. So that is the difference between the block pricing and the list price. So you can set like a price for that block between this number and that number, right? So that's what I wanted to show you guys. So the next thing that I want to show you guys is so the prices, are they not supposed to be unit price? So sorry, I didn't get that question. So someone is asking that the prices, are they not supposed to be unit prices? So we're setting the block prices. So the block price now is going to even if we set a unit price, so the unit price is set inside the product option. But if we set a unit price, the block price is going to override that. So the unit price is different. The unit price is different from the block price. Okay. So where is, do I have that here? So this is according to Salesforce, right? So assign a fixed price of product based on quantity and quantity block price. So that's a lookup range. So this field, this field's value overrides the automatic calculation of quantity multiplied by unit price, right? So block prices allows you to assign a fixed price for product based on quantity. Oh, yeah. So what happens when the customer buys 301? Let's see. So if the customer buys 301, let's see. So 301, calculate, right? 75K. So what did we set? 301, right? So 301 to 501, 75K, right? So this number has to match this right up here as well. Let me change this to, let's say 300. Right. So you guys can see that. So now let me show you something. So if I try this, I will get an error. Okay, let's try. So if let me try quick save. Can you guys see that? lower bound. So this is what I said, right? Lower bound for the block number 2 must equal to upper bound of previous block, right? So that is why, that is the way CPQ is, that is the way they build CPQ, okay? So I'll just save it back. Now, oh, you're welcome. So now we get a look at percentage of total. So percentage of total. So what we're telling the system is after, actually, let me see if I can, I might have something here for you guys. No, I don't. I think I should. 1 second. Yeah, usually I wanna explain this properly, but so let's say we have a pricing method, right? So our pricing, I really don't want to type in this class because it's gonna take my time. So it's POT, okay? And we have, I'll just try to be quick, okay? So we have 10 10 quantities, right? And then if we have product 1, product 2, let's say we have 6 products or 5, right? It doesn't matter for now. Okay, 6 products, okay? So the price of the product is 100, okay? So I'll just do that, 100. Oh, sorry guys, what did I do? What did I just do? All right, so that's 100, okay? So that is 600. The total of this product is 600, okay? So now what is percentage of total? So we're saying give 10%, sorry, okay, good. So now you're saying give 10% of this total. It's exactly the way the word says, percentage of total. We're going to see that. Don't worry, we're going to see that anyway. So what we're going to do is, if I go into the org, actually I can just, so this has been saved, right? So what I'll do is I will quickly create a new product, and I would call this product protection plan, okay? And I would leave this as it for now. I can just say PPP, okay? I would make this active. Now, here we're going to select, this is a subscription product, okay? So please pay attention. If you can understand pricing rules, I think pricing rules is one of the most kind of complex stuff in CPQ. The other ones, well, the other ones are also complex, but this also requires understanding. Okay, so if we go to subscription, so now I am gonna select percentage of total. Okay, and I'm gonna say 10%, 10%. Okay, and I'm gonna give this 12 terms, like 12 months or something. So we will save this, and also not to forget to add the price. So I'll probably give it something like $100 or something. Okay, 100. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to see this, right? So that's the one. That's the one. Next. And I can leave it as that for now. So I would save that. So now we go to our quote. Okay, I'm going to delete this. I will do a quick save. So I have a blank quote. Now I'm going to add some random products here. Okay, so I'm going to add, let's say, let me just look for a product that we didn't create. Okay, it's not showing here. 1 second. If I go here, so why would it not show in our list there? Probably because we didn't add it to our own price book. So this is probably, is it active? It's active. Okay, so I'm looking for this product. So if I type in, Okay, so one thing I wanted to quickly show you guys that I'm on this page. So if I go to, so if I want to troubleshoot this, okay, one of the things that I would go, I don't want to leave this page. So quickly, I'm going to go, I'm troubleshooting. I'm not really teaching you this, anything, but so you guys have an idea, okay? So I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna scroll down. So this is the price book that we're using, right? So this is the price book ID that we're using. So now I want to find out what price book this is using. So if I go to, yeah, obviously it's not in ours anyway, so that's why. So because ours is custom list, right? But if I open this. So I should see, yeah, so QNAA1. So that's different, right? So that's why it's not showing. So now I just did a quick troubleshooting. So if I go back to that and just add our own price book. So I'm just going to do add. Let me, we probably should have that anyway. So I'll just add this. Yeah, custom list. So I would just make it the same price. So now if I refresh this page, I should be able to see that product. I should be able to see that product quickly. So we can cover a lot tonight. Right, so you guys can see that, right? So that's a quick troubleshooting for you guys in case you ever run into like, okay, it's active, it's the price book is there, so what's going on? Just figure out that, oh, okay, it's not in the right price book or something, right? And you can just quickly check that. So anyway, so let me go to, I wanted to add that product because it's expensive. I know it's expensive. So yeah, so I wanted to add this. And possibly I'm gonna add our monitor, and I'm gonna add like something like 12 gig RAM or something. And then we created a protection plan. Yeah, I'm gonna add this as well. I want that to be at the end, so I'll just add this instead. So I'll just do something like this. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? I just wanted that to show right at the end. Okay. All right. So what are we trying to do here? So we're saying that percentage of total. So what is the total here? So that is 5,000 plus 70 plus 310. So we have a 5,380. So what do we have here? 538. What did we set? 10% of the percentage of total. So our product protection plan is 10% of this total. So if we add this, actually, let me take this out. So it's going to be easier to add. Okay. So if I just take this out, so this is 380, right? Right. So you guys can see that. So immediately it changed to 38. So that's 10% because that is what we set in where is so that is what we set in the product. So I need to find the product again. But you guys are following, right? You guys understand what we're doing here. Oh, wow. Why are you showing only this one? So product plan, protection plan. Yeah. So we selected percentage of total and 10% of that and in 12 them. Okay, let's change this to like so this is okay. If we change this to 24, calculate. Yeah, can you guys see that? You guys can see that that's changed, right? That just multiplied by 2. So that's basically what the percentage of total is. So the example we've done here is we kind of set the percentage of total for a subscription product. The product we created is a subscription product. But now let's see how we can do the same for a standalone product. So by the way, what I'm doing is showing you as much as I can, okay? It doesn't mean that you will get to do all of this in the project in real time. Just like when we learned Salesforce admin and consultant, we don't get to do like what I do on a daily basis, right? I never get to do everything that I know, never, like probably like 10% or 20% of what I know in Salesforce, right? So Okay, I'll do that. So yeah, so I was being asked that if I can, let me do that right now so I don't forget. So you're asking if I can add this, where is it? This to the Evernote, right? That's what you're asking, right? So let me see if I can. Okay, I think I can do a screenshot. Let's see if that's gonna work. Or I can just copy as it is, right? So if I can just go here, I would put it right at the top here. Would that work? By the way, the notes are being updated instantly. Okay, so if you check right now, within like some seconds, as soon as this is there, you guys would see that. Okay, but let me move on. Let me move on so I can keep on track. So oh, it's taking so long. Okay, yeah, here you go. So that's what you want. So, like I was saying, what I'm trying to do is I want to show you as much as I can, right? Just like I did with the admin class. So you don't get to do like 20% or even 30% of what we've learned in a class in a single project. Yes, project A requirements will be different from project B, right? But it's important to know these things because what you're doing on this project might not be exactly what you'll be doing on another project, right? But if you have an idea of everything, then if you're working on a project, you know, oh, okay. And then I'm going to add lots of information here. Like you can always refer back to this note to any of these requirements. You know, you can use a keyword and search for something. So if you're ever working on a project in real time, you can easily refer back to this note and say, oh, yeah, let me try this or let me try that. Okay. So what are we doing? Guys, I talk too much. Okay. All right. So if I go to products, if I say I was going to show you guys, what was I gonna show you now? I was gonna show you guys. Okay, standalone, percentage of total on standalone. Yeah. If I say new, and say, we're just gonna say something like I want to be able to identify this product. So if I say one time product, POT. So some actually. Let me put it at the front. So yeah, so I can easily know what it is, right? So I'm gonna say OTP, POT, something like that. I would give this to hardware. I would say active. Now, the difference between a standalone and a subscription is this in here, somewhere here, right? I'm going to change this to, where is the pricing method? We should have a pricing method just right at the top here. So this is for the subscription. So for the subscription, I'm going to select the percentage of total here. But for standalone, I'm going to select the, where is it? It should be somewhere here. Not that one. So I'm looking for percentage of total. No, sorry. No, I'm looking for pricing method. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. So pricing method. So this is what I was showing you guys earlier, right? So you guys have seen the block. So we're doing a standalone price percentage of total, right? So if I select that and save it, okay, once again, we gotta give, oh, I didn't do something there. So I think I need to do one more thing. Yeah, I didn't do this. So percentage of total. So yeah, what is the percentage that this is so many fields that, yeah, so I think that, and where's the other one? Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. All right. So now I'm just gonna quickly add the what's it called now? The price book. So what's this one-time product? So it's okay. I'll just make it 100. I'll make it USD, save. I'm just giving random prices, okay? It doesn't mean that these are the real prices in real time. It's just that this is something that's easier for me to type. I can do 10, right? And save. Now, if I go here, I'm gonna refresh this page. Then I will add some products. I'm gonna add something like, I'll add this one. I would add this one. What's other product? Where is our, I can add this one as well. And where's the one we just created? Yeah, POT, right? So POT. And also I'm gonna add something like, do we have like an internet subscription or something? Have I created one before? Let me just quickly see. No, we haven't. Let me just check. Let me see if we have a subscription product. Oh. No, we haven't. Okay, it's okay. I'll come back to that. So for now, I'm just going to select this, right? So POT. So let's see. Let's just make sure this is correct. Yep, that's fine. I can see that already. So this is $50 plus 400. So that's 450, right? Plus another 50, that is 500. And we're saying that, so this is not a subscription product, but the other one that I showed you earlier was a subscription product. Okay. So you guys can see 10% of $500 is $50, right? So so this is easy. It's easy stuff. It's just for you guys to remember, right? Cpq is so easy, like probably one of the easiest stuff in Salesforce. So I want to show you something, but again, I have a lot, so let me quickly do that. Can't remember. I can't believe I don't have so if I go to new, if I say if I say internet subscription, if I make this extras for now, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to say IS, I would make it active. So this is a subscription product. So I just want to create a normal subscription product. So that's fixed. That would be 12. And I don't need any discount for this. I just wanted to create a normal subscription product. Okay. So if I save this, again, I can just give it 100 just to make it easy for me to, or maybe 150 or something. Doesn't really matter. I want to show you guys something. I want to show you as much as I can. If I say, oops, okay, 150, right? So now I'm going to go back here. Let me do a quick save on this. Let me do a quick save on this. If I add that product, that subscription product, it shouldn't be included. That's how this should work, right? By default, okay? I shouldn't say it shouldn't, but by default, the percentage of total product will not be included in subscription-based product if that is added on the card, okay? But I actually wanted for you guys to practice this and see for yourself. But anyway, so you guys can see that if we add so this is 500 plus 150, so that should be 650, right? So technically this should be $65, 10%, right? But it doesn't by default, right? By default it doesn't. So how can we make this to be included? So if I go back to, I think, my internet subscription product, and second, there should be a field. I'm looking for a field, percentage of total. Oh, there's so many fields in here. I'm just going to do a quick search. So I'll just use total. No, that's too broad. Okay, it's not finding it. Let me quickly find it for you guys. I'm looking for a field in, yeah, Yeah, this is the one. So include in percent of total, this one, right? So right now, this POT, like one-time product, it's calculating based on this, right? It doesn't include the internet subscription. This is a subscription product. So if we want this to be included, then we need to check this box. I believe that's the one. Yeah, including percentage of total. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. I'll just delete this and add it again. I think I already saved that page. I'll refresh just to be on the safe side. And come on, come on. And then I'm gonna add product. So which one was I gonna add again? The internet subscription, right? Yeah, that's the one. Can you guys see that? Can you see that, right? So CPQ is just about all these fields, okay? And I'm showing you all the important fields. So you guys can see now it's including that, okay? So that's something that I wanted to show you guys real quick, okay? So another thing is we can also try to, let me just see if I can show you that. Let me just continue. If we do something like, uh, what do we have here? Okay, this one. I'll do this one. So antivirus. So if I go to this product and where is it? Antivirus. Yeah, so if I go to this product and so this is a normal product, right? So this is not a subscription product. Then I would do the opposite of what I just did, right? So I would say just the opposite of that. So exclude. So what we want to do is we want to exclude this product from this calculation. So whenever it's doing its calculation, do not include this product in that calculation, right? So that's just basically the opposite of include, right? So you're going to say exclude from percent of total. So I'm going to save this. I will come back here. I can just refresh. Even if I refresh, it should be able to show that. But if not, I'll just try to take it out. And so right now we have so right now it's still putting that into consideration, right? So I'll take this out and add it back. I would add it, and yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So if I add it back, yeah, can you guys see that? So now the antivirus product has now been excluded from our percentage of total. So just remember that the percentage of total is just a percentage of all the totals, right? But if you want to exclude a product, so you guys can see that change from $50 to $45, okay? So what else should I show you guys here before we move on? So if I go to, yeah, let me undo some of this stuff, right? So if I just where is this? If I just undo this real quick, because it can break something later and I'll probably not remember that I checked these boxes, right? So I'll just do this and the other one as well. So if I quickly go to internet subscription, I think it's this one. So if I just do this, yeah, this one. Okay. Maybe there's something else. All right. So now I'm gonna move on to, I'm gonna create a new product. So our new product is gonna be called maintenance. Maintenance. All right. So we can just say something like that. So system maintenance. I would just make these extra. So I would call it SM, right? And I would say active. And this is gonna be a subscription. This is gonna be, where is it? A subscription. Yeah, I'm gonna make this percent of total subscription. Then I'm gonna make this another 10%. I will save this. Now I'm gonna go to the related tab and give it a price. So I'll just quickly give it a price of, that's US dollars. Yeah, that's fine. So $40, save. Now add to price book. I'm gonna give it a different price here. I'm gonna give it maybe, I'm gonna change this to 100, right? I think that's all I need to do for now. Okay, so one more thing that this, where is this product here? So there's another field called percent of total constraint. That's another one that I noted that I wanted to show you guys, like percent of total. Yeah, so this field right here, okay? So what is the purpose of this field? So let's say you go to an Apple store and you purchase an iPhone, right? And the sales rep asked you or told you that if you take a maintenance plan, so we just created a maintenance, so but the total in the card, so someone is saying the total in the card is 715. I added the percent in the subscription. Oh, sorry guys. I think I'm lost with these messages. So should I recreate it so you guys can understand? What do you want? What don't you understand? So I think I already unchecked those boxes now. But anyway, so what don't you understand? So I can quickly go over it again. Okay, I'll continue for now. We can always come back to these at the end of the class anyway. So the top left total is not deducting the percentage. So right on the screen right now that we're looking at, right? Right on the screen we're looking at right now that, okay, so 400 plus 50 plus 50, no. So 400 plus 50, that is $450, right? So $450, what is 10% of $450? That is $45. Now, we're saying that whenever this person buys this product, charge them 10% of this, but exclude this from that. So now 400 plus 50, that's 450. So that's 495. So what is 495 plus 50? That's 545. Do you understand? So you're still gonna, this has to be included because they're paying for this, they're paying for this this, I just made it POT one-time product because I wanted to differentiate the name, right? But this could be like your you just got a new phone and they're saying that we're going to charge you an installation fee or something, right? So that installation fee in their system, they might have already worked it out as 10% of that product, of the package that you're getting. So you're still going to pay that. So if I take this out, at, just so you guys can see that. So now, what can we see? Because we already excluded that one, right? So this is 400 plus $50. That's $450. What is 10% of the one-time installation fee that you're paying? That's $45. If you add all of this together, you get $495. Do you understand? I need to move really, really fast. Because okay, all right, thank you. So okay, so where was I now? I think I was gonna show you guys. Okay. So I was giving you an example, right? I want to show you the percent of total constraint. And I was given an example like if you go to maybe like a mobile store and purchase a phone, and let's say like the sales rep is asking you to take a maintenance plan, and then you're gonna get some sort of discount on that plan, right? And then you ask the sales rep to show you the plan, and the plan is designed, like, for example, for each product, right? So if the product is $1,000 and the maintenance fee, I think we already created one, right? Okay, maybe I should just change this to maintenance fee. Yeah, so it would be easier for me. It's still the same thing anyway. Right? So I'm just gonna change it to MF. Maintain. Okay, yeah. All right. So let's say we set the maintenance fee as a 10%. So that is $100 that they need to pay on that product, right? So did I do that already? Let me just check. So, okay, so percent of total, 10%. Okay, all right. But in the case, as an example, I'm going to continue with my example. But let's say that a product, so we're talking about a phone right now, but let's say the product, excuse me, it's an expensive vehicle. Like, let's say it's going to cost $100,000 to purchase that product. Okay. And 10% maintenance fee for that product, obviously, it will be $10,000, right? As an example, right? So that's on the high side. Like, probably someone would say, oh, I don't want to pay that much because that's really, really high, right? So as a marketing manager or sales manager, you want to have a grip on the maintenance amount. So you can tell the system, and this is a requirement, but I just didn't put it out there as a requirement. So now you can tell the system to pick the minimum list price or the maximum list price. Okay. And I'm going to go through some examples so you can understand this concept. So what we're doing is we want to restrict the percent of total. Okay. So if I go to uh, um, this one, are we in the maintenance fee? Okay. Hopefully I have all other settings set properly. So if I go to percent of constraint total. Okay, so we're gonna use minimum, okay? So whenever the list price is minimum, we're telling the system that if the percentage of total is greater than the list price, then the list price is the minimum maintenance plan to charge the customer. I'll show you what that means in a minute. So if I go back to our code, let me just make sure everything is good. So okay, all right. So if I go back to this code, I'm gonna delete. Okay, actually, yeah, let me delete all of this. I'll add some products. So if I add again the I think I already unchecked this anyway. So if I add this and this, I think I'm gonna add the same product. So that's the maintenance fee here. Actually, it's probably just do this. Okay, all right, and then the maintenance fee, that, okay? And I'm gonna say select. So now, when we look at this, so this is the total is $670, right? So we already told the system that the list price is the minimum, right? So that means we cannot go below. So this maintenance fee is showing $100, right? So let me do something here. Let me add, so we cannot go, okay, let me show you guys so you guys can understand. So if I just do, which one is expensive here? So if I make this 2, or I can add another product as well. If I make this 10, right? And do a quick calculate. Can you guys see that? So now the maintenance fee is $155 because we told the system that the list price is the minimum, right? So the list price is the minimum. And also remember that what we're telling the system as well is that the percentage, if the percentage of total is greater than the list price, then the list price is the minimum. Okay, so that's basically what we've done there. So we're saying the list price is the minimum. So you guys saw when I added more products, then it changed that price, right? But it can never go below $100. So whatever we put in there, it can never go below that price amount that we put in, right? So now let's reverse it. Let's flip it around. So if I say, we're still on that maintenance fee, right? So if I say maximum, 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 if I save that, right? I'll do a quick save on this and then probably refresh, or it should automatically detect that. Okay, let me refresh. So that should go back to $100 because now we're saying the maximum, right? If I take this out and add it again, which one is that? Maintenance fee, right? Can you guys see that? Because we're saying that the maximum you can set is $100, right? Because that is the price that we put in here. Now I'm gonna give you that is the price, right? The price cannot be more it should not be more than this. Now, for the maximum, if the maintenance percentage of total if it's not greater than the list price, which is 100, then the system doesn't have any problem if it's lower than that. So what do I mean by that? So if I go back here, so it's based on these figures here, right? So let's say I reduce this to one and calculate. Can you guys see that? Because we said the maximum is 100. Okay, explain the minimum one more time. You understand the maximum, right? You understand the maximum, right? Do you understand? Okay, good. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and change this to minimum. Okay. Where is this? Also, you should practice. It would also help you to understand as well. So I'll take this out. I will delete this. I would add it back as a product so the page can refresh. Then I would say maintenance fee select, right? So we're telling the system that whenever anyone buys this product or whatever product we select, the maintenance fee is the list price is the minimum, right? So we're saying that the list price, where is it? The list price. Yeah. So we're saying that the list price is the minimum maintenance fee. So that's basically what we're telling the system. So the list price here is the minimum that they can pay for maintenance fee. Now, let's say that this product goes up to, let me add some more products, use a different example so you understand. So what can I add? I don't know what is already there, but I'll just add a few more. No, that's there already. So if yeah, all this RAM stuff. Yeah, I want to increase the price. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Okay, that should be good. What else can I put in there? So our maintenance fee, can you guys see that the price has changed based on the number of products that we added? So we're telling the system that the minimum we can have is the list price. However, if it goes above that, that is fine. But the minimum, do you understand? Do you understand so far? So we're saying to the system that if the percentage of total is greater than the list price, then the list price is the minimum maintenance that we can use. In this case, the percentage of total is greater. So we're using that, right? So that's what we're using here. Do you understand? So without a constraint, the price should have been 57, but with the keeps amount, sorry, I don't understand that. But without the constraint, the price should be okay. So without the maintenance fee, right? So if we take out the maintenance fee, okay. So with the constraint, the price should have been 57. What price should have been 57? The maintenance fee, right? The maintenance fee, right? We've seen that example already. Yeah, you're right. So this is what is, so yeah, so without this constraint, yeah, so this should be 159, 10%, right? So that's 159.6. So that's what we should get without that constraint. Yeah, you're right. So I think I should move on. Looks like you understand that. So if I go to, if I just go to, can I move on? Do you understand? I know only one person is asking questions, but all right, good, good. All right. Yeah, it's really important that you understand this stuff. So once you get it, and again, you guys should watch the videos again and practice, right? That's another way that you guys gonna learn a lot. So anyway, what do I want to show you guys? So I want to talk about option price or bundle price or unit price, okay? So if we want to give, oh, I might not be, so you understand yes or no? You said move on, but with theory I, so I don't know if that means or you don't understand. So if we want to give a discount for a product we're selling in a bundle, we can select the option price for the option product, and the option price will override the list price or the price book. I've actually showed you guys this, but I'll just show you guys one more time, okay? So if I go to, let me just delete all of this. Yeah, so the thing is, you gotta practice though. Like everything in Salesforce requires. That's why I'm giving assignments and all these things. So because it's gonna make you to go back and say, "Oh, wait a minute, what just happened here? Oh, okay, this is what happened. Now I understand, right?" But it's pretty straightforward. So if I go to our desktop undo, and if I want to do something here, so if I go to where is our options? Hmm. So if I use any of this, let me use this one. So which one is this? This is wired mouse. Okay, wired mouse. And I'm gonna do unit price. So what is the price actually? Let me just check. Oh, sorry, not here. I need to go to this product. I just wanted to check the price. And okay, it's $50, right? So it's $50. So now if I go back to here and so this is the product option, right? So if I go back here and I change this to $40 as an example, right? So $40. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to explain, I already explained this before, but I'm not sure if you guys understand that at that time, but I'm just going to explain it again. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is with the option price, the bundle price or the unit price, we can give a discount for a product we're selling in a bundle, and we can select the option price for the option product. This is the option price, okay? What we're looking at is the option price. So now, was this the wired mouse? Okay, all right. So if I go back to here and I add this product, actually, where is it? Wired mouse. I know I already showed you guys this anyway. So if I go to one second, what did I, so 40, right? Yeah, there's one more button that I think I need to check. Check. Where is that? No, sorry. It's this. No, this is a bundle product. Yeah, I should. I did it in the options, right? The options is a bundle product. The options is a bundle product. So what was that again? I think it was wired mouse, I think. Yeah, it's already there, right? Can you see that there? $40, right? It's already there. It's kind of overrides the price book that we set, right? So that's I didn't really want to show you this anyway because I know I already did, but it's okay. Mm, yeah, so that's $40, right? So that's $40. Okay, all right. So if we move on, so now I'm gonna go to special price. Okay, so cost plus markup is considered as special price in CPQ, like we were going through the price waterfall earlier. So if you're not sure, let's say you're not sure about the product, and let's say, for example, the product is still in its manufacturing stage, as an example, you can use markup for this. Okay, so let's do a product that is not one of ours. So I'm just gonna go to, excuse me. So if I go to this product, and I know we did something earlier, but I can still use this. So if I go to edit pricing method, I need a pricing method. Okay. So if I say cost, right? So you guys have seen list, you know what list is already, you know what block is, you know what percentage of total is, right? So if I say cost, right, and then save it, okay, hopefully it works. It does what I want it to do. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the related tab. There should be this right here, cost, right? So I'm gonna say new and just give it like a unit cost. So what does it cost anyway? What does it cost? I want to give it like a different price from what it is. So if I just go, okay, 5,000, okay, good. So if I say unit cost is, as an example, okay, is 4,500, okay? I'm gonna save this. So another example where you can use cost is, let's say, I want to give you an example. So there's so many examples where cost can come into play. Okay. So let's say a sales rep, as a sales rep, you need to sell a product which is a low capacity. Let's say, for example, the product that we're looking at as a low capacity. And for that reason, not many people are interested in purchasing that product, right? It's a loss to the company, right? So instead of that, the business is asking the sales rep that if they can sell the product, that you will get a commission, right? They will give you a commission or something. So how do you ensure that that is working in the application? This is another example that we can use. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I already changed that. Okay, good. So I'll go here. I'm going to delete all of this. I'm going to add that product. This one, right? I know I clicked the button earlier. I don't even know what that is now. Okay, so this is the least unit price, right? But now this is the new price. So if I kind of expand this, right? So we have this markup, right? So the markup is editable if the product pricing method equals cost, okay? Else it's gonna be locked. I'll show you that in a minute. So if I change this back to if I change, let me do a quick save on, actually, I can come back and do a quick save. That's fine. So if I change this back before I even show you that. So if I change this to list as an example, then I should not be able to edit this. Okay. So let's check. Let's check and see. So quick save. Quick save. Okay. So if I go back, just refresh. Technically, I should not be able to edit that, but I can just add the product again. One second. One second. So what do we have here? So we have pricing method this list. Okay. You know what? Let me just delete this. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back. I'll then delete this. Sometimes all these things has to be deleted. Then I'm gonna add the product. And then I'm gonna add the this one, right? That's the one. Okay, so now, so you guys can see that that's locked, right? So this is what I was just explaining. So that's locked. So now, cost plus markup, in order to be able to do that, we need to make the pricing method equals to cost first. Then we need to have that. Where is it? Did I just pass it? Okay, here it is. So cost, right? Save. Then we gotta go to the related tab, and that cost as well, we gotta give it a new price. And we're gonna say I used 4,500 before, right? So I would save that. I would go back here. I would delete this. I sometimes refresh only is good, but if I just do this and select, right? So you guys can see that. So now we're seeing that package cost there. Although it's saying the list unit price is this, right? But the sales rep can literally come in and add a markup price here, right? So let's say I put in, let's say the business wants to sell this product quickly, right? And they're saying that you can add an additional $100 or something. You can use USD, right? So they can say, okay, you can add additional 10% to the price that we want to sell it already, right? So the sales rep can easily come here and change that markup to the price that it's been given to them to sell that product, right? So that's where you use the cost, okay? So the next one that I want to go to is contracted price. And the contracted, actually, one second, let me just undo this. Oh, you know what? Okay, we're not really using this product. I might use another one again. That's fine. So let's say, so the contracted price is kind of the negotiated, or the price, the next, sorry, one second. Oh, what's this? Okay, sorry, guys. So yeah, the contracted price. So this is the negotiated price with the customer. Okay. So as an example, a business has two customers who has been doing business with them like for, let's say, 10 years or many years, right? So for a specific or new product in the market, the business wants to give additional discount to only those two customers, right? But not all the other customers. So how do they do that? So the first thing that we do is this is found in account. Okay, that contracted object is related to any of the accounts. So which one shall I use? I use this one. I guess that's the one we're currently using. And it should be on this related page that yep, here it is, right? So contracted prices, right? So we gotta create a new one. And what you can do here is you can set a discount or you can give a price. But for now, I'll give a price, okay? And also we have things like effective dates. I think I'll try and show you everything, don't worry. So if I do price, what was that price? So 445. So I'm gonna change it now to 4,000, right? And I'm gonna say product was that product there. And yeah, we got to do some work here. So one second. So let me just see what's okay. That's good. So I'm gonna save this and I'll go back here. Let me refresh. Yeah, our price should show there. One second. So contracted price, that's the quote, right? Yeah, that's the quote, right? Yeah, okay. So always make sure that you are in the right object. Otherwise, you're gonna run into some errors and you probably will be wondering what's going on. So if I change it to Gen, what that's the one, yeah. Are we still using that product? 1 second. Uh, 1 second. What did I do here? Let me just see. So let me change the pricing method back to list. I believe we're still using this one, right? And what else did I change here? Nothing here, nothing here. 1 second. Okay, all right, good. So this contracted price. So if I go back here, what did I pick? I picked that product, right? So I picked that product and I'm saying, okay, all right, good. So one more time. So that's a bit of troubleshooting. Like, okay, I'm wondering what's going on. Why didn't it show up and things like that? So there could be so many things that could go wrong. Right? Can you guys see that? Right? So now we're using the what's it called again? The contracted price, right? So that's what we're using, right? So this is part of the pricing waterfall. So this is like there is a hierarchy in that pricing waterfall, and I'm showing you everything in that hierarchy, right? So that is how you get to set the pricing, sorry, not pricing, the contracted price. And I gave you example of scenarios of how or why you would need to do that, right? So now, okay, yeah, there's some things that I want to show you guys as well. So we can if I set the effective date as, let's say that date, right? Then it's not going to kick in. If I go back and refresh, so those are easy stuff anyway, but I wanted to show you guys effective date, effective. So it went back to the 4,500, right? So effective date. What else do I want to show you guys? So if I take it out, I don't want to use any date. Okay. I want to show you something else actually. So now, so you can also apply discount as well. We're gonna talk about discount schedule. I'll come to that. The next thing that I want to show you is this part of this as well. You guys, this is easy anyway. So if I'm not using the price, if I'm using a discount, then it's gonna apply that discount, right? So that's and then we can use discount schedule. I'm gonna show you this, don't worry, okay? So one more thing is so what I just showed you now is our special customers get a contracted price, right? While the other customers, so okay, I want to show you this as well before actually. Let me cancel this and so this quote, okay, let me refresh just to make sure that we're still on that same page. It should be 4,000, right? It should be 4,000. Okay, let me delete. Did I change anything just now? I can't even remember. So 4,000. Okay, yeah, this. I need to take this out. Now, if I go back, add products, and add this product, right? I want to show you the difference, okay? So we're offering this or selling this to this customer. If I go back to save this, I want to show you something, okay? So this is based on this account and this opportunity, right? So now let me go back to my quote and okay, I probably need to do a new one. I don't have a one that I can use. So let's pick a different opportunity, okay? So let's pick, don't know who Betty Smith is. So can I use Burlington? Do we have Burlington? Yeah. Hmm. I don't know what that is. Okay, so that. So save. All right. So now I'm gonna add that same product, right? So this is a different account. So I gave you an example that if you want to give it to a special customer, right, at a different price, excuse me, you use the contracted price, okay? But now I'm gonna add it to a different account, okay? A different customer entirely, so we can see the difference. So same product, okay? Same product, select, right? So can you guys see the difference? So this is a different customer. So this customer gets to pay that price, but we have added that contracted price on a different quote for a different customer, right? So I wanted to show you the difference as well. Like this is a different customer and the other person or the other quote belongs to the customer that we want to give that to, okay? So and there you can see that our special customer gets a contracted price, the others didn't, right? So in real time, you might get a requirement like this, right? So there's no need to do automation. Just go with this contracting price feature, okay? So the next topic that I want to discuss is the discount schedule. So if I quickly, let me just make sure that I have the right quote. If I quickly go to, discount schedule, right? That's what I want to show you guys. Okay, so where is this? Where is that account? I think where is that account? So Edge, okay, this one, Edge Communication. Okay, so I'm just gonna do edit on this one. Sorry, 1 second, edit. So I want to explain this, and we're gonna work on something together here as well. Okay, so let's say I'm trying to give you an example so you guys understand why we're doing all of this stuff. Okay, so in a situation whereby a business is manufacturing some dedicated products for a customer, okay, we can define the discount here. Okay, we can define the discount here. Okay, and we have the filter field. Okay, so this is where we're going to select based on like what do we want to filter out, the product code, the product family, or it could be something that is not listed here. Okay, so you guys can play around with that, but you could, so what you could do is create a field, and that field would be anything, product, industry, or whatever, right? So that can be added to the pick list here. Okay, but out of the box we have these 3 options to choose from. Okay, so in here, the filter, we're gonna select the field that we like to filter, right? And then we have the operator, just like normal operator, like where you get the equal, not equal, greater than, equals to, and everything. And then the filter value is dedicated product name in our scenario, right? In the example that I want to show you, but it could be anything as well. Okay, and then for all this dedicated product, I'll show you guys anyway, then the discount is going to be applied. Okay, so what we want to do first is I'm going to go to the back end. Do I have one open? No, I don't. Okay, let me just do it from here then. So if I go to the back end, so I want to add, just pay attention, please. This is important as well. So I need the product family, right? I need a product family. We got to use the product family, okay? So where is it? Product. So we're in the, oh, sorry, we're in the wrong object. I went to account. I should be in product. I should be in product. So if I click on product and field and relationship and product, I can type it in here as well. That's fine. So product family. Yep. So product family. So just pay attention and I'll explain. Okay. So I want to say that any product that belongs to Edge, Edge product, as an example, right? Any product family that I tag Edge product, then give them a discount. Okay, that's basically what this is saying. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Right? Is that saved? All right, good. I'm gonna leave that page open. Let me close some of this. I don't like too many open. All right. Okay. Oh, we do have one there actually. All right. So if I go to I don't want to use any of my products. I'm going to use some of these products. Okay. So if I go to, let me just save this for now. So if I use, so I'm going to do this one. I'll use this one. I'll use this. Oh, no, not that one. I'll use this one. Now, which one shall I use again? Okay, it's okay. I can use this one. That's fine. I'll probably need to change the pricing, what's it called again, price book. So edit. If I do, okay, yeah. So watch, guys. So I'm gonna say Edge product. Okay, Edge product. Save. If I go here, I'll do the same. So basically, we're saying that whenever that product belongs to this product family, then apply discount. Okay, I would save that. I would go here, do this, and Edge product. Oops. Nothing happened, right? All right, save. Okay, so that those three are there. So now, there's something else that I want to do. So did I close them? 1 second. So yeah, so make sure the pricing method is list as well. Okay, important. I forgot to do that. Pricing method is list, otherwise it's not gonna work. So if I change that to list, yeah, I find that there's so many fields in here on its own. So that's pricing method, right? So sometimes you just have to keep scrolling and find it. So list, right? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go to I'll leave those open for now. So if I go to that account, okay, go back to this account, I'll go to this one. We're already on the related page. I'll go here, this one, edit. So now I'm not gonna do 1 second. So I'm not gonna do, yes, I'll take this out. So we don't want to specify a product, okay? So I'm gonna take this out, okay? Then I'm gonna do product family equals, what's that again? Edge, right? Let me just copy and paste just to make sure that I have the right. So edge product, okay? And what else do I want to change on this page? We don't have, so don't put any effective date, just make sure. And this time around, I'll use discount, okay? So I'll take out the price. Okay? I'll use discount. And I think that should be good. Let me just make sure. So, yeah, okay, let's try and see. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the quote line editor or the cart page. I would pick this one here. I would edit this line and add those products. Okay, so if I delete this and add, so which one was it again? So 200, 300, 100. Oh, you know what? We probably won't have it here because of the price book. Okay. So you guys can see this is how you troubleshoot in CPQ. It's really not rocket science. So we already have, so I'm just gonna add the price book. Yeah, this one. This one was the price 25K. Oops, my mouse is skipping. 25K. I'll do the same for this one as well. So we already have the standard price, just need the price book. So it can show up in our stuff there. I'll leave it as that. Did I just do this one? No, I haven't. So if I do, whoa, my mouse is skipping. Don't know why. Okay, all right. I think that's all three, right? So now I'm gonna go back to the quote. I'm gonna refresh. Oops, almost. I think I need to change the battery in this mouse for some reason. So I'll delete this. Hopefully we should have those there. And it should work. All right, so I know we picked this one, this one, this one. All right, let's see. Okay, yep, 10%, right? So 10% of 25,000 is that amount right now. Let's make sure it's working. Let's add as an example another product. Let me just add this headphone and monitor just to be sure that the discount is applied only on Edge products only. All right, so you guys can see that. So the discount is applied only on the product that has that product family called Edge products, right? So I'm thinking of giving an assignment here. 1 second. Oh, it's okay. Let me just continue. So now do you guys understand so far, right? It's pretty straightforward. It's just It's just knowing, yeah, good. Yeah, it's just knowing where to go. And what I'm gonna try and do is, give you as many insight, as possible as I can in this notes here. So for example, if you're doing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you hints on each of this, right? So we kind of, wow, we're doing good. So we've seen contracted price and stuff like, okay, we're doing good. So next we're going to regular price. Okay. So this is quite a lot, but it's okay. Once you get it, know where to go. So like I was saying, I'll probably update this and tell you, okay, if you're doing list price, I'll tell you what object to use and the related tab if you're doing regular price. So anytime you're working on a project and it has something to do with like any of this, immediately without even thinking about it, you can just refer to the notes and, oh, okay, this is the object that I need to go to and this is the related tab and things like that. I'll try and update the notes with all of that information, okay? But let me quickly move on to, let me go to product. So regular price, okay? Regular price is after volume discount. So we've seen block price. So similar to the block pricing, that's the regular price is kind of similar to the block pricing, but the thing is that this feature is not available in the block price, okay? And as an example, let's say we want to have 15 quantities for $5. So whenever someone selects 15 quantities, they will need to pay a fixed price of $75 or something like that, right? So this is the discount schedule. Also, discount option is not available in block as well. I'll explain that once we start doing the regular price. So what we want to do, if I quickly do a discount schedule, if I go to discount schedule, I'll say new. I'll probably not do much here for now. So we have two types, okay? The range and the slab. Don't worry, I'll explain, okay? So the range directly considers the discount of the tier which the quantity belongs to, while the slab progressively applies and calculates the discounts through each tier, okay? Let me quickly do something here. So if I say discount schedule, and we're gonna leave it as range for now. We're gonna leave it as percent. I'll save that, okay? So now, oops, it's taking its time. So you might get a requirement from a client that they want the discount to be applied progressively towards each other, okay? Then you know that you need to use the slab, okay? Otherwise, you can go with the range. So what I'll do, I would go to edit tiers and I would do something like I'll do something like 1 to 10. So that's just the tier name. And the lower bound is 1. The higher, very similar to block, but just a bit different as well. So so whenever it's between 1 to 10, then 0 discount. Okay. And you use the plus to add more. And then you say that, oops. And I would say 11 to 21. I would say whenever it's 11 to 21 selected, between that range, I want to make it 5%. And this one, that's 21. Oops. And I would say 21 to 31, and I would give that 10%. And then for this one, I would just say whenever it's greater than 31, then 31 and probably 15%. So let's see this. Is this good? It will throw an error if it doesn't like it anyway. So is that good? Okay, good. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna create a new product. I'm gonna call this, what do we need in the office? I'm just gonna say something like, 1 second, office tray. Office tray. I don't know what that is, but anyway. So if I say OT and active, right? What else do I want to do here? I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to do always, otherwise we'll run into some troubles. Wow, this is probably what I can show you last for tonight, but that's okay. I will save this, add to price book, custom, sorry, USD, that, okay, save, okay, all right. So now, so if I go back to, where is the discount schedule that I created? I can close this, guys. I'll just go back to this discount schedule. I would open this up. No, sorry, not the, I need the product first, sorry. So where's this product that I just created just now? Office tray. So if I go to, yeah, so what we want to do here is I would edit this, and we should have a lookup field called discount schedule somewhere. Where is the discount schedule? Okay, so now I'm gonna select that discount schedule, okay? That discount schedule that we created. Actually, I want to have it open because we're gonna need it. Maybe not tonight, but we're gonna need it. So I'll just put it on the side for now. All right, so I'm gonna select that discount schedule, and I'm gonna, so to remove the selected record, okay, that's fine. Let me just make sure there's nothing else that I forgot to pick. Okay, otherwise we're gonna do some troubleshooting. All right, so now if I go to this, if I just delete all of these guys, I'll do a quick save. I'll also refresh. Now I would add a product, and that will be our office tray, right? Where is it? Office tray, OT. Okay, I would say select, and it's taking its time. Actually, hold on. I think I wanted to explain this to you guys here. Okay, good. So I typed this out today because I wanted to explain this to you, okay? So the product cost is $10, right? And we have all these tiers 1 to 11, 11 to 21, and we have all this discount, right? I want to explain the difference. I also put notes as well, so I can use that to explain to you guys as well. So I wanted to explain the difference because I remember that I wanted to explain. So the difference between the range and the slab is, in here, the quantity is 25, right? And the price is $10. So when you multiply 10 by 25, you get $250, right? The discount is applied on that $250, and the total price is 225. So let's see that. So yeah, so this is going to apply directly to the quantity according to the tier it belongs to. According to, so this 25 quantity, yeah, I put that note. So yeah, I put all this note because I wanted to explain to you guys. Okay, so this falls in the tier 21 to 31. So we apply 10%, right? So you guys agree with me that this is between 21 and 31. So we apply 10%. So let's do that here. So this is a range, right? So this is range, okay? Everything, okay, let's do this. So hopefully we should get that. If I put 25 there, if I do a calculate, right? Can you guys see that? 225, same thing as I put in here, right? 225, right? So again, the discount is applied directly to the quantity according to the tier it belongs to. Let me see if I have some notes on. If not, I'll just add it for you guys. Okay, range and slab, range and slab. Okay, there's nothing here. That's fine. Just remind me if I forget anything. Okay, so that is the range. But there's something else that so the discount is applied based on that tier, okay? So if I just do edit tiers, okay? So that discount is applied based, so if it's this, right? So for example, let's change it to 15 or 12 or something, right? But let's just say 15. So 15 and calculate. So that's what we get, right? So if I use my Excel spreadsheet as well, we should get the same. So let's see the difference between range and slab. So if I go back here, so range and slab, so the slab is, it's going to apply. So we have 25 quantities, right? So it's going to apply the first 10 according to that tier base. So I think the first 10 is, so the first 10 is 1 to 11, right? So 0% discount. So no discount is going to be applied, right? Then the next 10, which is between 10 and 20, it's going to apply 5%. And the remaining 5 in this scenario, it's going to apply 10%, right? So I already worked it out here anyway. So and then I put in some notes. So this can apply progressively in that tier, right? Was that the only note that I have for you guys? Okay, good. So now let's go back and change this to slab. Changes to slab, okay? And I'm gonna stop on this for tonight. And I'll change this, actually, I'll delete, add again, OT, right? I think it was it OT? Yeah, okay. Select. All right, so I'm going to change this to, again, 25 and calculate, right? Oops, that's not right. That cannot be right. So let's see. So I should get 240. Okay, I should get 240. So 1 second, if I go back here, so that's slab, so that's fine. That's fine. So I don't think I've done anything wrong there. So I'll just refresh this code, but anyway, it should work. Yeah, one more time. What time? OT, select. Yeah, can you guys see that 240? So can you guys see the difference, right? So the reason I wanted to explain with the Excel spreadsheet is you have an idea the way it works, right? You obviously, this is none of your business in real time. Like, I'm just using this for training purposes, okay? Just so you guys have an idea the difference between both, right? So this is working it out based on the tier that it belongs to. This is working it out progressively. So if we only have 10 quantities, then it should be 100, right? According to the slab. So that's what we have. Let me see if I can do a quick one. There's a lot that I want to show you. So 1 second. So if I quickly go to our this. Okay, so let me see if I can show you guys this. So this actually, you know what? I'll leave this for now because of time. Okay, so next is so another thing we can do here is if I go to this page here, we can also wait. So we can change this to, yeah, here, right? No, not this one. There's something. Yeah, so we can change this to amount. So if I just quickly duplicate this page so you see the difference, okay? And sorry guys, I'll stop on this one so you guys will see the difference, okay? So if I go to this page, so if I do edit all, where is this? So if I do edit all, right? So you guys can see it's showing as discount, right? So watch this. So if I change this to amount, okay, and save this, all right? And if I go back and probably refresh this page, you would see the difference, right? So you guys can see now I can enter the amount, right? I can enter like well, we're using dollars here, so I would just enter that there, right? So I'm gonna stop here for tonight. I'll probably update the notes if I want to give you guys any assignments. So let me quickly know if you have any question before we drop off for tonight. Thanks. Yeah, Mobology, please. I can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking, but I don't see anything in your mic moving, so it doesn't look like your mic. Okay. Mm. Oh, you can type it. You can type it. You can type your question.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for today's class. I just need two clarification. So, when you created the standalone product, the POT, I don't know if you mind showing to me. I think you selected the percentage of the OTP or something. The standalone, yes, that one. When you put the POT, it seemed like it was under the subscription. That was what I was trying to.
This is the
Yeah.
subscription.
Yeah, you put the percentage under the subscription. Is that where it's always supposed to be?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. That's a good question.
It did calculate, but I was just like wondering.
Yeah, the major difference is, yeah, so okay, I'll do a quick one for you here just to make sure that there's no other field. So that's percent of total. Actually, let me just copy exactly the, oh, my goodness. My mouse is kind of skipping tonight. Okay, good. Yep, yeah, that's where it should be. That's where
Okay,
it should be. Yeah.
not under pricing. There's nothing under pricing. That's where the percentage would be, the value of the
Yeah,
percentage.
yeah, the
Always
value.
under
Yeah.
subscription.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I was a bit confused because we're doing pricing and then I saw the percentage under subscription and I was like, is that okay? All right, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah,
And
no worries.
the price of total constraint. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So my understanding is when we pick minimum, and the example you use the $100. So when we pick minimum, we're telling the system that it can only charge a minimum of that $100, or the if it's going to be higher, then it must be at the percentage of the total value.
Yeah, so we're telling the system that
10% must either be more than $100. It can't be less than $100.
exactly. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
if it's maximum, it can only be maximum of that $100 if the percentage is more than $100.
Exactly. Opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, opposite of it. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
You
Okay.
got it.
Thank
You
you.
got it. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you
That's
so
it.
much.
All right then.
Those are my two questions. Yeah. Bye-bye. Thank
No
you.
worries. All right then. All right, guys. Looks like we don't have any other questions, so we're gonna meet again on Monday. So we'll see if I can give you an assignment for today. I don't really have one, but if I can come up with any, you guys can just come to the notes. I will update the notes with some more stuff anyway, because there's still a bit of stuff that I want to add here. And again, like I said, I'm gonna give you like tips of where you should go if you're ever working on any of this, right? Because it's quite a lot of information. But if you can have like a cheat sheet somewhere you can quickly go and check, oh, okay, yeah, this is where to go and things like that. That would be helpful as well, right? So I'll try and compile all of that. So you guys should just you guys should just share me up and make sure I have that energy to do all of that, right? Yeah, the other assignments are so easy. The reason I was asking for 24 hours is like they're so easy. For example, okay, I just added this today, right? This is assignment 4, but assignment 3, I want to be able to see the child bundle after selecting. This is like 2 minutes. It's just the way it feels like, wow, this is a lot, but this is like 2 minutes. So how do we achieve that? This is also like 5 minutes, right? So yeah, but anyway, yeah, just send your assignments and let me know if you have any issues, okay? So have a good weekend, everyone.